You probably think credit card rewards are free money, a little cash back here, some points there. It feels like a gift for buying the things you already need. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The system is designed so that you spend more than you realize, and the banks always win. Rewards programs are sneaky. At first, they seem harmless, even generous. A 2% cash back on groceries, 5% on gas. It all looks like a clever way to save. But let's pause and think. If the banks were giving away money for nothing, wouldn't they go out of business? That's the first red flag. The story of credit card rewards begins in the 1950s, when banks started experimenting with customer loyalty programs. The idea was simple: give customers a small incentive to keep using your card, and in return, the bank collects transaction fees from merchants. It's brilliant, both for the bank and, apparently, for the cardholder. But the deeper you look, the more the illusion fades. Imagine you're Alex. You just got a shiny new credit card. The card floats in front of you, promising points, cash back, maybe even travel perks. The excitement is real. You feel like you've unlocked a secret hack to life. That's the psychological trick at play. Our brains are wired to chase rewards. We want instant gratification, even if it costs us in the long run. Here's where most people trip up. Shopper Sam, for example, goes to the store pushing a cart filled with groceries. He sees the cashback points popping up as he swipes. Instantly, his mind starts justifying extra purchases. That $5 candy bar? It earns him points, so it's technically free. That new pair of socks? Bonus points. Before he knows it, Sam is spending 20% more than he intended. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the store owner notices the tiny fees charged every time Sam uses his card. The merchant absorbs these fees quietly, often raising prices just a little to compensate. It's not catastrophic for a single transaction, but over thousands of sales, it adds up. That's money that comes directly out of the store's pocket, and indirectly, it comes from your purchases too. And then there's the bank. Mr. Bank smiles confidently in his office, collecting a small percentage from every swipe. Hundreds, thousands, millions of transactions flow through the system. Whether or not you pay your balance in full, whether you chase rewards or not, the bank profits. That's the beauty of the system. Rewards programs lure you in while the bank secures a guaranteed income. You might be thinking, okay, but what about paying the balance in full? That's where discipline matters. If Alex pays off the balance every month, he can avoid interest charges and make the most of rewards. But if the balance carries over, suddenly the rewards become insignificant. Interest compounds like a snowball rolling downhill. That 2% cash back? Gone if you're paying 18% interest on the carried balance. That's a hard lesson many learn too late. Let's visualize it. Picture a snowball rolling down a hill, growing larger as it collects snow. That snowball is your interest accumulating. It starts small, maybe a few dollars, but it grows exponentially if ignored. The bank doesn't need to do anything. The math does the work. That's why understanding the fine print is crucial. And the fine print is where the trickery multiplies. Some credit cards come with annual fees, $95, $200, even $500. The rewards feel exciting, but they rarely offset the fees unless you're a disciplined user. Combine that with interest, merchant price adjustments, and psychological spending triggers, and you start to see the invisible hand guiding your wallet. The key here is awareness. Alex realizes that rewards aren't inherently bad. They're powerful tools if used strategically. Using cash or debit cards for essentials helps maintain discipline, while reserving credit cards for planned budgeted expenses maximizes benefits without falling into the trap of overspending. Now, let's talk psychology. Rewards programs are carefully engineered using behavioral science. The points earned notifications, the glowing icons, the subtle celebratory animations, these are all designed to trigger dopamine. that same chemical that gives you a rush from chocolate or social media likes. You start linking purchases to positive feelings, even if the actual cost is higher than planned. But it doesn't have to be a trap. With knowledge and restraint, rewards can work for you. Planning purchases, paying off balances immediately, and evaluating which cards offer genuine value can turn the system into a tool rather than a hidden tax. The discipline to stay on top of payments is the real secret behind financial freedom, not the chase for points and perks. Consider the three players in this game: you, the consumer, the merchant selling goods and services, and the bank facilitating the transactions. Each has a role, but only one has guaranteed profit: the bank. Shopper Sam is tempted by rewards and buys more than he intended. Store owner adjusts prices to survive, and Mr. Bank, he smiles quietly as the percentages add up. Your discipline determines whether you win or lose. Here's another subtle trick. Banks often offer higher rewards for categories that encourage discretionary spending: travel, dining, entertainment. Necessities like groceries or bills get lower percentages. The system nudges you towards spending money on things you don't need. That's why careful budgeting matters. You must evaluate whether the reward is actually worth the expense. Alex's realization comes at a fork in the road. One path is casual spending, chasing every point and promotion. The other path is disciplined usage, paying off balances, understanding interest, and strategically leveraging rewards. It's a metaphorical choice between being led by instant gratification or by long-term financial intelligence. Visualize the card floating, sparkles highlighting rewards, tempting you. But remember, those sparkles mask fees, interest, and psychological triggers. If used unwisely, rewards can turn into hidden costs. But if used strategically, they can amplify your buying power without debt accumulation. Let's break it down further. Paying with cash removes the dopamine trigger of points entirely. It forces conscious spending. Using rewards cards strategically means selecting purchases that you would make anyway, ensuring points are earned without additional expenses. Paying off the balance every month ensures interest doesn't eat into the rewards, and keeping track of annual fees ensures the math adds up positively. Now, let's revisit the snowball of interest. It's not just a metaphor. One unpaid $500 balance at 18% interest can grow to hundreds more in a few months. That small reward you earned on groceries, gone before you even realize it. Understanding this, Alex begins to see the invisible system at work. Rewards entice, spending increases, fees and interest accumulate, and the bank profits. Merchants often bear the brunt of credit card processing fees. They may raise prices slightly, but the customer rarely notices individual adjustments. Over time, however, that cost is embedded into the price of goods. It's subtle, but it means every purchase comes with an indirect cost. That's the hidden layer of rewards programs most people never see. It's not all doom and gloom. When managed wisely, rewards cards provide benefits: cash back on necessary purchases, points for travel, and even consumer protections like extended warranties. The power lies in control. The moment you lose control, overspending, carrying balances, ignoring fees, the system turns against you. Let's step back for a moment. Imagine Alex at the checkout, calm and disciplined. He swipes the card only for planned purchases. He earns points, but he pays off the balance immediately. No snowball of interest, no hidden fees accumulating. That's the disciplined path. That's financial intelligence in action. The takeaway: rewards programs are not free money. They are cleverly designed tools that can either help you or hurt you depending on your habits. Understanding the psychology, fees, interest, and merchant dynamics is essential. Knowledge is your edge, discipline is your weapon, and awareness is the shield that keeps the bank from quietly profiting at your expense. If you use your credit cards wisely, rewards become a bonus, not a trap. Pay your balances fully, evaluate which cards provide genuine value, and treat rewards as a supplement to smart spending, not an excuse to overspend. The system is designed to entice you, but you are in control. Alex faces the fork in the road, calm and confident, having learned the true dynamics of rewards. He knows the snowball of interest is real, the merchant's price adjustments are real, and the bank's profit is inevitable. But with discipline and strategy, he turns the system into a tool rather than a trap. So next time you reach for a rewards card, ask yourself, am I using it because it's convenient, or am I being lured by sparkles and points? Am I making purchases I would make anyway, or am I chasing an illusion of free money? The difference is subtle, but it determines who wins in this invisible game of credit. Ultimately, understanding rewards is about financial literacy, about knowing the rules of the system, the psychology behind spending, and the mechanics of interest and fees.